The day is here when the Brute Force is gonna get his tailpipes muffler taken out. We're gonna put in the EVO, the BigGun Evo. And if you look down here on this bag of deer corn, got it laid out, ready to go. So this big boy here, the muffler's coming off, and then the pipe's coming back. It's gonna split. One's around the sensor, and the other one goes back to the back side of the motor. And so I think I can take it off without taking the fenders off. And I got the seat off because I'm gonna put a tuner on it soon. I'm gonna put a tuner on it before I crank it up, because you got to put the tuner on it while the motor's cold, it says. So that's the piece, the rusty one, we're gonna replace with the stainless steel. Pretty exciting. So come along, you'll get to see what all is involved. I haven't done one of these. We'll find out as we go. I'll try to make this lots of fun. And yeah, let's get this thing going. All right, so the first thing I've decided to do is take these bolts off on top. So I'm gonna take that one off. A little tight, not bad. And that one off. And after that, we're gonna move to take this one off and that one off. Actually, we don't have to. See, we're learning as we go. We're just gonna take these two off, and I'm gonna unbolt that connection there and see if it can slide forward or backwards. All right, so I'm gonna do that and I'll come right back. Okay, so I started to take off the part where the pipes clamp together, and it's too tight of space. So instead of cutting the hands up again, getting them all in there, I'm gonna take the plastics off. So first I'm gonna start off taking the rack, unbolt here, and there, and then from underneath you got bolts on each side. So we're gonna do that. Take off the gas cap, that one, and then all these along the side. And then we'll have a naked back end to be able to do some work. So I'm gonna take that off. I'll be right back. It's not a bad look. No rack, thing looks like a racer. Let's put some freaking skinnier tires on it with less grip. Might street race this thing. Anyway, the rack's unbolted, all the fenders are unbolted. And we're about to pull off the fenders, but something funny. So let me show you something real quick. You see how these big screws are used all the way around, metal fasteners and screws all the way around? Well, on the other side, when I was taking those off, one of them had one of those plastic rivets. And I know why, because when I bought this four-wheeler brand new, I had to take the plastics off of it because it had a tiny leak in the antifreeze hose, which was some burr. It had a burr on the end of it, which was causing like a little gap, and the antifreeze was coming out. Anyway, long story short is they had to pull the fenders off, which I wasn't happy about. And it took until now, nearly 3 years later, to me find out they lost one of the screws and didn't have replacements, so they put a dadgum plastic pop rivet in there. No big deal, but it's funny because when I first got it back from the dealer that time when I got it new, I found one of those screws. It looked just like this. I found one laying like that, hanging in the floorboard, and I knew, I was like somebody messed up. And I checked all the holes, and they all had screws in them, but that one I didn't notice because it was flush, and he did a good job though. But I caught you 3 years later. I got you now. So anyway, I'm gonna put a real screw back in there the right way. But for now, let's pull this off. See what it looks like underneath. I think I got everything I need to. See if there's anything holding it on. Oh yeah, it's not bad, folks. I know if somebody's probably watching, pull off the gas cap, idiot. There we go. Boom. Let's put it back on before we knock any dirt in there. Let me show you what I'm doing down here. Ah. And that was one of those little guys that came off right there. So I'm gonna slide it back on. See? And yes, I actually have some spares. Oh, that thing needs to be smushed again. Okay, so let me get situated. Here's what she looks like right here. I'll see you in a second. Let me put this bad boy back on. I am back and I'm looking at 25% battery. Okay, next I noticed I'm gonna have to take this little guard off. Yeah, We're gonna take it off real quick and I'll be right back. If you're liking this video, please give it a thumbs up. It's just a little boom, thumbs up. It won't hurt you. You'll sleep just the same, I promise. Okay. Okay, here we go. We got another step done. What did I do? I loosened up this plate and I took off the bolts that clamp on the first part of the pipe. And then now I broke free this sensor and I'm spinning it off now. But I was gonna mention, you're gonna want to unplug it so it doesn't twist it all up as you unspin it. So I'm gonna take that off and then I'll be back. Okay, it's starting to move along pretty fast, but it's just a pain in the butt, so many little steps. So I got that sensor off. You can see it's nice and just chilling. And then really the only thing holding it on now are those bolts in there. I think I gotta just undo it right there, not at the motor. I want to find out. And all I was thinking about while I was doing all this, I was like, this would suck if I had to put the old one back on to go get some warranty work, because I do have a 5-year warranty on here. I don't know, maybe it doesn't matter, but I was just thinking that. Let me know if y'all know, does it really matter or not? I think I actually called Kawasaki once. They said it does not matter, but the tuner might be a problem. Anyway, don't quote me on that, but if anybody knows, just make some comments, please. So I'm gonna take the other pipe off. I'll let you know which section needs to come off, and we'll film me pulling this bad boy out, and then on with the new slick silver one. Okay, a little more sweat, a little more busted knuckles, and ended up having to take it all the way to the flush to the motor. You can see that. Let's go in here. It's that piece. See it gapped up on top of the rust, but it's ready to come out. So let's wiggle it just a little bit. Boom. Folks, there we have it. The old one is out. The new one is in the box. But after I did this, I was like, so this is considered a slip-on, even though it ain't as easy as it sounds. It's not a dead-gum slip-on. It's more of a unbolt a lot of stuff and bolt it on and wedge it in and fish it in. Should have probably got the full. I don't know why I didn't. Thought it would have been a lot less work, but it looks like if you do the full pipes all the way to the header, it's just in one more little piece. So heck, why not? Why not? Should have done it, maybe. I probably would have done it now, but I don't know if you gain much horsepower. I think you gain like a small fraction, not a huge difference, but you get the idea. We're all learning as we go. Now I'm gonna charge this GoPro for a few minutes, which you won't even notice, and I'll come back and we're gonna bolt on the shiny stuff. Yeah, the BigGun Evo. Okay, it's time to put the new silver stainless steel bad boy on. And look, it lines up really good. So this one goes up to the back of the motor, and this one's right there. We put in the sensor. That should be nice and square. The new beast slips on. It's in here. Should look something like this. I think it goes right there. Boom. Put it on the corn sack. So I'm gonna mount that up and I'll be right back. Wow, I've been doing so many of these little quick takes. I have no idea what I last said because I got myself into a mess. But it's coming along. Let me tell you what happened. I don't even remember the last part, but let's see. We got the pipes mounted up nice and strong. We had to go all the way to the main, the back of the motor there. And then this piece right here, underneath this little shield, back in there, that piece, was a booger. And I mean, I fought it. I dropped my tools like at least 17 times. Scraped up my knuckles a bit. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not gonna cry. And then, yeah, it was probably the most difficult mod I've done on the four-wheeler. Not that it's hard, but it's just definitely test your patience. Lots of little bolts. You gotta line everything up perfect. And the worst part is there's no space to work. It's so tight. Yeah, I could have taken that off, but really, it's just getting down in there in the frame and all is really tough. But we got close. Look at this. bad boy's gonna slip on. Look how nice this is too. I mean, this is the satisfaction right here. Everybody give it a thumbs up for this part. I mean, it's a good, smooth, tight fit. I'm doing this one-handed, folks. Look at that. So I gotta use both hands to adjust this and get the other bolts in. Once I get that done, I'll be right back. All right, we about got the holes lined up. Everything's a very, very tight fit. And talked to the guys at BigGun. This guy Jason's very helpful. He said the stainless steel they use, the type they use, it's meant to swell. So once you do a few heat cycles on it, everything's gonna just seal up real nice. So there's no worries there. Anyways, super tight. But like, I had a couple things. This one was a little bit tough getting through there. Now this one, watch this, doesn't quite line up. Which I do is put a screwdriver through here, and you can do this little pull on it, kind of get it to line up and bend a little bit. Should be able to get that one in there. So I'm gonna get that in there and tighten it up. And I think we're about done. I'll show you how I'm gonna put the tuner on it and we'll start it. Yes, thumbs up please. This has been a beatdown, but totally worth it. Just because you know, I had to have a lot of patience. Yeah, that's why I say it's a beatdown, but it's a good piece of equipment to add onto your bike. Can't wait to test it out. So let's finish bolting it up and I'll see you on the next scene. All right, I'm about to test this stock exhaust on the decibel meter. As you can see, as I'm talking, it bounces up and down. So what we're gonna do is see how loud it is stock, and then when we put the BigGun on, we'll do this again, see if it's much louder or not. So let's go ahead and hit reset. Well, I'll hit reset as soon as I start it up. Says busy traffic, kind of what it's like. All right, now we're gonna install the BigGun, and then we're gonna shoot the video again. But by the time you're watching this, it's gonna be side-by-side comparison. So let's cue up the decibel meter for the BigGun exhaust with the tuner. Whew, we got her mounted up. Check out this little tension spring to hold this on, vibrations and all. You know, just keeps pressure on it. It's got, they even got the little name on it, BigGun. So here we go. Dun 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 dun. Boom. Now I'm gonna wrap this video up by letting everyone listen to it, and then next video we'll do some tests on it. But actually, hold up a second. I didn't put the tuner on, so we're just gonna listen to it first without the tuner. Next video, you're gonna hear it with the tuner if it sounds any different. And then we're gonna do the test rides. So please give me that thumbs up, subscribe, and everyone, if you're ready, I'm gonna get the phone out too so we can do the decibel test. Ooh, that's got some noise to it, a little pop. I think that sounds like. It sounds pretty freaking nice. I know what you're thinking. Hit the throttle, Chad. You see that, guys? It just knocked a tool off the tire. That's some serious power. Oh my god, it knocked another tool off the tire. I mean, this thing's powerful. Sound sounds freaking amazing. I ain't gonna lie. It's not too loud where it's like ridiculous. It's loud enough to make someone turn their head and be like, what the heck's he got on that thing? Anyway, I got a lot of stuff to do. Gotta clean this up. Gotta put the plastics on. I'm gonna put the tuner module on. Comment on this video if you want to see me install that tuner module or not. So, thanks again. Give it a little room for the end. Yeah, I can't wait to get on there and give us some juice. Alright folks, be sure and give that like button. Thanks again, hope you enjoyed it. See you soon. I'll go twice. Or if you want to float across something, just take the old Brute Force with some noodles on it.